Euro 2024 is nearly upon us, which means it is time to get into predictions for this tournament. And I don't remember the last time we've had a major international tournament where one team seems to be the odds-on favorite that most people have as their favorites for the tournament, yet also everyone could see that team spectacularly crashing out early on. Of course, I'm talking about England. The Three Lions are expected to either win the whole thing or crash out before the quarterfinals. No in-between for this nation coming into this tournament. Regardless of what happens to England though, this should be a fantastic Euro tournament. 24 teams all heading to Germany in June to face off to be crowned the champions of Europe. Here's how I think this tourney is going to go down. In Group A, the host group, I have Germany, Hungary, and Switzerland going through as a third place team and Scotland being eliminated. Germany is a good case where the host nation already would have been a pot A team, so we don't have a Group A that's significantly weaker than any of the other groups. Germany should walk through this group, especially in Toni Kroos's last tournament with him announcing his retirement and with Germany being at home. You can tell this is a team that's very much going to want to win in this tournament, and so they should easily walk through this group. Hungary has been in great form recently, has really established themselves as a team that belongs up near the top of Europe in recent years. They should go through to the round of 16, and I have them over Switzerland. Switzerland's another team that definitely belongs in the round of 16, and I think that they should be able to get a win off of Scotland, which likely will be enough for them to be able to go in as a third place team. However, I see a Hungary-Switzerland draw also very likely, so those two teams both could go through on 4 points. Scotland could get points off of Hungary and Switzerland, but I think in this group they are just slightly overmatched and will come in last. On to Group B. This is the group of death in this tournament. Spain, Croatia, Italy, all teams with legitimate shots of winning this tournament. I have Spain going through and first in the group. I think of these four teams, they're just a team that is on top right now and the best right now. Croatia, I have finishing above Italy. Italy, of course, are the defending champions, but a bit of a hiccup in the World Cup qualifiers, not qualifying for the 2022 World Cup. They're a team that is in a bit of a flux right now, and so I could see Croatia, which has been a very good team in recent tournaments, beating them out in the group stage. However, Italy, easy win against Albania will likely be enough to move them on. Albania, unfortunately, they did very, very well to qualify for this tournament and were rewarded by being drawn into an incredibly difficult group. Albania, this is going to be hard pressed for them to even get a draw out of this group, and I see them coming in last. To Group C, the only team in this group that should really pose a threat to England is Denmark, and so I have England moving on the top of the group. Denmark in this group as well should be pretty confident in their abilities to move on as a top 2 squad. Serbia, good team, can give England and Denmark some trouble in the right situations. However, I think they should be able to beat Slovenia, and that should be enough to move them on to the round of 16 as a third place team. Slovenia, they could get a point out of Serbia or Denmark in this group, but I think it's going to be a very hard-pressed group for Slovenia. I have them down in last. Over in Group D, we have the first group with 2 teams getting eliminated. France and Netherlands going through, Austria and Poland not. Now, France and Netherlands were both in the same group of the qualifiers, and that was the order they finished in the qualification, and I don't see any reason why that finishing order would be any different in the actual Euro Cup. Austria and Poland, now this is a matchup where I think Austria has a slight edge over Poland. However, I could very easily see this match ending in a draw and both of these teams ending the group on 1 point, hence both of them being eliminated. To Group E, we have Belgium and Ukraine going through, Slovakia and Romania not. Now, Belgium, well, they are not as good as they were in the past couple international tournaments. They get drawn into a fairly easy group that they should easily top. Ukraine in this group, I think, is probably the only group that Ukraine would probably finish in the top 2 of, but they get blessed with a lighter draw, and I think Slovakia and Romania are both teams that this Ukrainian team can beat, and they will go through. Slovakia and Romania, kind of similar to Austria and Poland. I could see them drawing, or I could see Slovakia edging out Romania, but I think they will not have the points required to move on as a third place team, and Romania I see coming last in this group. I just think they're not quite at the level of Belgium and Ukraine, and maybe just the smallest of steps behind Slovakia, and so I don't see them getting out of this group. And to Group F, the final 3 teams moving through will be Portugal, Czechia, and Turkey, with Georgia being eliminated. Portugal, easy pick to top this group. They're the best team in it on paper and the only team really in that upper stratosphere of European teams in this group. Czechia and Turkey, both pretty solid teams. Both should easily be able to get wins over Georgia and move on. And Georgia, again, very hard effort for them to qualify for this Euro. Great effort. Their first ever European final, their first ever major tournament final. However, I don't see them being able to do anything in this group that would get them into the round of 16. So this is how I think the group stage is going to go. Now, if these are the third place teams that are moving on to the round of 16, the round of 16 bracket will look something like this. On one side of the bracket, we have Spain, Switzerland, Germany, Denmark, Portugal, Serbia, Netherlands, Ukraine, and on the other side we have Belgium, Italy, France, Czechia, England, Turkey, and Hungary, Croatia. Now this side's a bit more stacked than this side, with Belgium, Italy, France, England, and Croatia all on one side. I'm not going to go through and break down every single one of these matchups because why would I waste time predicting matchups that likely aren't going to happen? But if my group stage comes to fruition, this is what I see the final of Euro 2024 being. Spain coming out of the left half of the bracket and France coming out of the right side of the bracket. Spain versus France is my final prediction for Euro 2024, with the winner being France winning Euro 2024. They just have a proven tournament team. They have Mbappe, who likely will win the Golden Boot and Player of the Tournament in this competition. And they just are a solid team with loads of tournament experience and not the same penchant for falling apart and collapsing in these tournaments like some of the other highly ranked teams coming into this tournament have. So France is my pick to win Euro 2024. So that is for this video. Let me know down below in the comments who you think is going to win Euro 2024. And as always, if you like this video, hit like. If you want to see more stuff, hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Link is down below in the description. And I will see you next time.